Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have here with me today. You guys probably don't know who she is, but I'm gonna let her tell you who she is in a second. But Hampton University assistant coach, Kenia Cole. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm good. I can't complain. How are you?
Pretty good. I know the pandemic pretty much got sports on lockdown right about now, but I know you're just getting to Hampton University, coming by way of Presbyterian University. So, how was it at Presbyterian before coming over to Hampton University?
It was pretty good at Presbyterian. I just was in a bit of a culture shock because I'm from the city and I had to move down south. But I enjoyed my time there, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that I was given to work there. 'Cause it led me back to my alma mater, which is Hampton University. So I was able to come here and work under my head coach and associate head coach that I played for. So it's been great.
Well, I can tell you, just tell the people a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your history, you coming up, going to school yourself, and now getting into coaching.
I'm originally from the Washington metropolitan area, mainly Maryland. I played at Hampton University from 2011 to 2015. After I graduated from Hampton University, I went on to attend Georgetown University to get my master's degree. I got a master's degree in professional studies within sports management, which kind of focused on the business side a little bit. And after I finished up my degree, I realized working in the government is not something that I wanted to do. I wanted to be back around the sport that I love and grew up as a child playing. So I originally started coaching a fifth grade
Wow.
recreational team, and I only had one girl on my team that knew how to dribble. And I was like, well, the best part about this is I'm getting these young little girls to believe in themselves and to have confidence in themselves. So I looked into getting into coaching. And about 3 years ago, I went to a step up in Atlanta with my best friend. We both wanted to become coaches. We went down there, got all this information, just met a lot of people, met a lot of coaches. And then I was able to secure a job at Oberlin College, which is a Division III institution in Oberlin, Ohio. I was able to go up there and work for Kerry Jenkins, legendary guy right there. We were blessed enough to win the first um, conference championship in school history with that women's basketball program, and we were able to go to the NCAA tournament for Division III, and it was just a great experience. I got to experience it as a player, and then to go ahead and experience it as a coach, it was just as fun, and just to see all of the kids' reaction to traveling, playing, winning the championship, getting their rings. It was amazing. They had to mail me my ring last year because I had moved to South Carolina, but I still have it. I still wear it. I'm putting it in a case whenever I get a chance to buy a case for all of my rings. So it's just been a great experience, and coaching has been something that I've become fond of, and I'm trying to learn to be the best coach that I can be with every opportunity I'm given. So I'm just blessed. I have no complaints.
Well, man, Coach, it sounds like you got a nice long resume, and if there's any young ladies on here now listening to this video, you heard what the coach just said. All what she done went through, you guys can accomplish those things too. But Coach, I see this past season. It was cut short. You guys were like 18 and 11 overall, and in the conference 14 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
You guys look like you guys was pretty much on your way to possibly try to get a dance into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, we were. We actually had a crazy season. We started our year off with 12 kids and was going into when everything kind of like officially shut down. We were actually on our way to the Big South tournament. We were on the bus, all packed up, loaded up, about to go stop and get something to eat and drive down to Boys Creek. And they called us and was like, "You guys got to turn around. Coronavirus and all this stuff is going on, so we weren't going to go." So we started the year off with 12. Had a young lady transfer, had a young lady tear ACL, had a young lady hurt her foot. She had like some sort of like Achilles ankle injury. And then the last game of the season, our leading scorer gets injured. So we were going to go into our game with 8 kids.
Wow.
We were motivated. We were going to find a way. We were going to use all able bodies. I mean, it was to a point where I had to practice sometimes because we didn't have enough people. um, but we were going to make it do what it do. Our kids are resilient. They were going to rise to the occasion. I have no doubt in my mind about that. We had a young lady become first team All Big South. Another young lady, the two-time Defensive Player of the Year, a second team All Big South, and we had another young lady become All Rookie Team Big South. So we had some kids really play well this year. It's just unfortunate that their story is unwritten now. I mean, they have no finish line to this season. And for some of those kids who are seniors and graduate students and who are injured and who can't play anymore, it's very unfortunate for them. But overall, I mean, we really had a good year. Decent teams, played well at the end. I think we were on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak towards the end of the conference play before we went to the tournament. And it's just unfortunate that all this stuff has happened. And I really feel for some of these kids, especially the college graduates, the high school graduates, the young ladies who are trying to still secure some offers, some scholarships, was dependent on AAU for coaches to come and see them. It's just very, very crazy, and it's just a crazy time. And I'm just hoping that it ends soon, so some of these kids can maximize on some of the opportunities.
Well, that being said, you touched on the pandemic. What have you and the coaching staff have been doing? Is stay in contact with recruits, and also stay in contact with some of the players that are already currently still coming back on your roster.
Well, with our returning kids, we try to contact them every week. For me personally, I kind of oversee academics. I just make sure all of our kids are on the right track with everything academically. And we just finished up finals week. We kind of always finish early. That's always how it's been at Hampton. But whether I FaceTime them, I text them, I call them, I'm just always checking in on them, making sure they're all right, if they have any issues with connection. Just we were forced to go virtual um, with the closing of our state and stuff, and everybody seeing our kids home since the semester they had to be able to be online. Just ensuring that they had everything that they need, all the information that they need. Just overusing communication um, at the moment, like no other. Before we can be like, well, she's going to come by the office one day, or I can tell her to come to my office and we can meet about this, that, and the third. But now it's just staying connected to them, asking what they're up to, because some of them are bored, what shows they're watching, things like that. Just trying to keep them engaged. I know a lot of them have a bunch of different questions just about things moving forward, and it's just unfortunate that everything is uncertain. And we really don't know a timetable or anything. Even if our season will start on time, or if we'll come back for the summer, come back for the fall, we just don't know. So we're just trying to keep each other in the loop with information as much as possible. With recruiting, we've just been trying to get in contact with kids in the 2021 class, the 2022 class, just seeing, who's interested in Hampton. Because for us, we're in the HBCU, and we want kids who want to be at HBCU. So we always try to see what kids are interested in, speaking to their families, getting to know them, FaceTiming them, calling mom and dad, speaking to the families as much as we can, speaking to AAU coaches, just see what's going on, what they think about the coronavirus and what they think the timetable is. But basically, we're just over communicating with everybody, our own players, our staff, our recruits, our administration, just so we can know what's going on as much as possible. Just really just trying to keep each other informed.
Well, man, that's whew. I know the pandemic, and looking at the NCAA, they've been sending out messages and stuff like that about possibly extending the dead period that you guys are currently in right now, and again, that'll be you won't be able to see some of the kids in summer league ball to be able to see them in AAU. That
Yeah.
definitely creates a hardship for universities and programs such as yours. Uh, but I would say if kids looking at this here, what would you tell them? A high schooler getting ready to graduate high school. What would you recommend that they they would do? Just keep staying with their craft, make sure that they got the GPA up.
I honestly just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, what's for you is for you. It'll still be for you when you get there. Um, we're just the world is on pause right now, and we just gotta practice a little bit of patience. That's the biggest thing I'm taking away from this, and just being patient and just trying to keep myself informed and make sure I'm a better coach for our players and we do get them back. um, and just making sure that I'm putting my best foot forward to make sure our kids are all right and just trying to just be better because we have so much time on our hands now. So why not use this opportunity to better yourself?
Well, I know down here in my area, the governor is trying to slowly but surely open things back up. But of course, they're taking it day by day, week by week. So I'm very sure any city or any state in the country is trying to do the same thing. If you could talk to anyone, and I mean, rather they're just a regular human being, not an athlete. I know you probably want to say you would tell them to stay safe, um, do exactly what you're being told, and stuff of that nature. Um, how has it? How has the meetings with the coaching staff, with the head coach, and the rest of your coworkers been? You guys talk about the game plan to for next season.
We're kind of in a rebuild. Um, added some new pieces to our program. Um, so we're just trying to think of ways to get them to be engaged and be locked in when they do get back. We're losing, like I said, two-time defensive player of the year, 1,000 point scorer. I think she scored over 1,300 points. She's our all-time lead scorer. I mean, not lead scorer. She's our all-time leader in steals in the Division One era. We're losing a gem in her, but we do know we have some kids coming back that can fill that void. We have to make sure that they're confident in themselves to step up to the plate when their number is called. And we think that, as a staff, we're going to have them ready. We're just trying to figure out when we'll have the time to make sure that they're ready. But we know the first steps start with their mind and then make sure they're really good. So we're just kind of just make sure they're okay. Um, let them know we care about them, we miss them, um, and really just keeping each other uplifted too. Um, hey, you good, you need anything, um, stay in the house, not go anywhere. I'm having trouble with that because I'm not really a homebody. I like to be out, but kind of just been taking a trip to the grocery store. But we really just trying to keep positive spirits right now. I think everybody across the world needs just all positive things because we have no idea what's going on. No matter what the government and everybody tells us, we still have no idea what's truly going on. So there's no need to be surrounded with negative energy when we don't know what's going on and everything's uncertain. We need to just be surrounded by people who care about you and love and your friends and your family. So Zoom calls, FaceTime, Skype, everything is on a high right now. And I've been enjoying it. I've gotten to, connect with a couple of different coaches that I probably would never connect with um, if we didn't have this going on. And I've learned a lot from them and I've learned a lot about them. And I've been taking that and finding ways to apply that to our program. So it's been pretty much beneficial for me.
Are you guys holding any coaches clinics on Zoom meetings, anything like that people can come in and listen and ask you guys questions, anything like that?
Well, our coaching staff is on the older side. Um, but our associate head coach, Coach Valentine, Timothy Valentine, he's coming up. He just finished up his 6th year at the school, about to be on his 6th or 7th year. He's been featured on some Instagram live conversations, just talking about our philosophy and how we do what we do. And myself, I just try to market our program as much as I can, because Hampton is home for me, and I want, kids to understand what we have to offer. Just because we're a small school, don't mean we don't have a lot of resources and we can't get you, to where you want to be as a woman, when you're done being a basketball player. So I think the main thing, though, I think if anybody had ever wanted to ask us anything or how we do anything, I mean, people can email us and, ask away because we're known for our defense. So whenever I'm on a Zoom call or if I'm talking to a bunch of different coaches, I try to get, as much information about how they do things because we may do things differently than other people. So I always try to just share and then absorb as much as I can, because it may come in handy one day. You may be in a
Right.
bind, you may have something like, oh, such and such this school talked about this. Boom, let me share this with Coach Six so he knows. But um, Coach Six not really a tech savvy guy. He's more of a face to face person. He'll call you on the phone. Um, but we really just been just trying to keep each other in the loop, honestly. So,
Well, definitely let him know you came on the Ballin Down South Network day that we want to try to go ahead and get him on here so he can be a little tech savvy. We can talk him through it. Hey, all he gonna have to do is just click the link. That's all he has to do, and he'll be
I
on
know,
with
I know.
us. But it's been good talking to you, Coach Cole. I can tell you this: you guys have a wonderful program there. I've been watching you guys for a while, and
Thank
congratulations to
you.
you coming from Presbyterian, coming back to your alma mater. That's great. But so if kids are out there listening right now, what do you have to say to them, Coach?
Uh, Stay active, stay healthy, stay safe, and everything is going to be all right whenever this is finished. So,
Y'all heard it live right here on the Ballin Down South Network. We got Assistant Coach Cole here from Hampton University. Thank you for coming on, Coach.
thank you.